Yes. Yes.
So, what do you want to talk about?
Can we talk about Franklin and Bash?
Yes, please. Wait a minute. You've been interrupt me, please.
So Franklin and Bash is this.
We kind of need a visual. I don't know how well.
No, you really don't, because I'm going to read.
All right.
Okay. No, explain what it is, because people at home don't know what you're doing.
Franklin and Bash is a show that's premiering on TNT June 1st. From the looks of, we occasionally get press kits, and from the looks of this press kit, this is going to be the worst show in the history of television.
It's opposite day, right?
Yeah, no, it really isn't. It stars Breckenmeyer and Mark Paul Gossel, or whatever his name is.
That's what's his name in Saved by the Bell.
Here,
Just look at the look at the please
the cover
the
picture is
windswept
bad
hair
enough.
and the martini. Look, those guys work hard, but I have a feeling they might play hard as well.
If I may, let me read from the character description.
Amazing.
So
Thank you.
Franklin and Bash are, of course, their names. So
Yes.
Mark Paul plays Peter Bash. He's a fearless lawyer whose charm does more than just amuse jurors and anger judges. It wins cases.
Yeah, of course it does. He's like that chick, but it's a guy.
Exactly, but here's the great part. Outside the courtroom, I'm reading this from the press kit. Outside the courtroom, Peter is a confident ladies' man with a killer body and has no modesty about showing it off.
Oh, that means a lot of shirtless scenes.
Oh, yeah. But he's also the best friend a guy could have.
Like, that's the part where they go on the real guys, though. I mean, but seriously, if we could just be
He's gonna be there to hug it out.
Right.
As they did 4 years ago in Entourage. They're now getting around to on TNT.
So, and Jared Franklin is played by Breckenmeyer, whose career never really took off the way, what's his name?
He's
from
got
Buffy
the face
did.
of a bull terrier.
He kind of does.
He looks
yeah.
like he's pressing his face up against a window. He's like, hey guys, let me in. He's like, no, who's up?
So he's the kind of scrappy lawyer every underdog wants to have. Prefers to stand up for the little guy.
Of course.
I love the word scrappy.
But he's a supreme showman in the courtroom, even going so far as to instruct a beautiful client to disrobe during her testimony.
Oh,
Wait,
man.
first of all, I don't normally watch law shows and things of that nature, but that sounds rock and roll.
You know what the thing is? I bet he takes on cases no one would even expect him to win, and I bet it's always against some evil
Well,
corporation.
here's the thing. It's not even that no one would accept him to win. No one else would even take these cases.
Yeah, no one would take these
No.
cases. Exactly. And it's like against companies like Unichem and
right.
Pervocol.
Right, Nova Star.
And they are deliberately poisoning baby milk.
Absolutely. You know they are.
And
You know
he's
they are.
he's the only one.
In between partying, in between having a keg in his own apartment and bagging some intern. Now, Andy, this already sounds perfect, but tell me, could there possibly be an office administrator, perhaps of African-American descent, who's sassy, but also a den mother, and tells them what's what when they need to hear it?
Well, I think you're probably talking about Carmen Phillips.
Oh!
She's the paralegal.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
She's smart and tough. She's always willing to be candid. You know.
But they didn't make her a lawyer.
No, she's a paralegal.
She's a paralegal.
Yeah.
Very, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
as
Nice
the season
racism,
progresses,
people.
Yeah. But let me top that with Pindar Singh.
Very good.
Now, he's the, I would assume Indian based on the name, researcher.
Of course.
Yep.
Another stereotype.
Brilliant photographic memory. But a massive neuroses highlighted by anxiety and agoraphobia, and he's socially awkward.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do something. Make him a serial killer. I mean, do something. That's just all
And
stereotypes.
I think sort of the icing on the cake is the head of the law firm, Stanton Infeld, played, of course,
Infeld.
by Malcolm McDowell.
Of course. And what a great name, Stanton Enfeld.
Yeah.
They literally picked up a book of names
Right.
and put them together and found Stanton Enfeld.
Well, the other lead lawyer's name is Damien Karp.
Ah, nice.
So yeah, so you got that.
What about Ludlow Curvesy?
But Stanton Infeld, as played by Malcolm McDowell, he's the firm's affable but slightly eccentric.
Of course.
patriarch.
I bet he has some slight obsessive compulsive disorders.
He probably does his desk because he probably rearranging things on his desk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But Bill and I were talking the other day. He probably calls Franklin and Bash into his office.
Yes.
And he yells at them for a little bit, and then he kind of stops as they're walking out, and he said, Franklin, nice work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gives a little half smile.
But you
And
know what?
another thing,
That-
he has the keys to my yacht.
Yeah. That's awesome. Somebody's got to be playing golf or putting inside the office.
Oh, or on the roof.
Yeah. There has to, yeah.
Hitting
The new-
hitting golf balls off the roof.
Yeah, that's the new putting.
Yeah.
It used to be an LA law, you putt, but
Right.
now it's you get up on the roof, man.
Right.
You just hit those golf balls into the ocean, even if you're downtown.
And you know what? Even if it's not the ocean, man, that whole city is yours.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is,
Look at
man.
Bash.
There's a lot of good bonding going on in this. I can smell the bonding.
And
I can smell it.
And their strategy while they're playing golf on the roof is interrupted every once in a while with "beer me."
Yeah.
And they'll throw one over,
Exactly.
crack it open, and you have an epiphany.
You know what? And in their apartments, you gotta have the indoor Christmas lights.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
they put the
yeah,
Christmas lights
right.
around the. Everybody who's cool in TV shows, which is another trend that's 10 years dead, is the putting like lights around a window when you're having a party and playing some kind of reggae music.
Yeah.
You know, and you're outside, and it goes,
Yeah.
and it's an inside-outside kind of apartment, like where you can walk, like you have a little bit of a garden area,
Right.
patio,
Right.
and you hang out in your brewskis. You got your cooler, but you have the lights, and
But
that's
now
it.
you said their apartments. I'm hoping that Franklin and Bash are roomies.
Oh, they gotta be.
They gotta be.
have a
They
deer's
gotta
head
be
that they
room
can kill
dogs.
with
They
a hat
gotta
on
be
it.
room dogs.
God, that would be even better.
Matching lazy boys with the beer fridge in the center.
I bet there's a friendly competition between them over all sorts of things.
I bet there is.
Not the least of which, women.
Yes.
The ladies.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But you know what? But at the end of the day, they're bros.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? You know what? They're not going to let chicks get in between the law and the broheimness.
By the 7th episode, there will be something that tests their friendship.
I don't know.
But I bet-
that's very outside.
But
What-
here's the thing.
what's-
But I am going to say I think it will. I think you're right. But I think their friendship will end up stronger than it ever
No,
was.
you know what'll happen? You know what'll test their friendship? Franklin will murder Bash's mother, and that's gonna test their friendship. Well, I can't wait to do other reviews of shows we haven't watched.
Yeah. But I don't think
Guys,
anything, I don't think
this could be
anything's
really
going
a show.
to top Frank.